The perfect match. Alex was tired of dating apps. Every profile seemed to show the same things: perfect smiles, pictures of mountains, and simple bios. One evening, as Alex scrolled through the faces, a new profile popped up. It was called Chris. The pictures were great. Chris had kind eyes and a warm smile. He looked like a good person. His profile said he was a writer and that he loved old movies. Alex felt a strange feeling of hope. This felt different. This felt real. They started chatting right away. Chris was funny, smart, and quick with his messages. They talked for hours, sometimes late into the night. Chris always had interesting things to say about books and life. After 2 weeks of talking, Chris asked Alex to meet in person. "I want to see if this connection is real, Alex," Chris wrote. "I want to meet at the Coffee Bean downtown." Saturday at 3, Alex agreed instantly. Saturday finally came. Alex felt nervous but excited. Alex chose a quiet booth and watched the door, waiting for the man from the pictures to walk in. At exactly 3 o'clock, a man walked in. He was tall, but not quite as tall as the profile picture made him look. He had the same kind eyes, but his hair was darker and his face was a little thinner. He was wearing a simple, dark jacket. He walked over to Alex's table. He did not look nervous. He looked very serious. "Alex?" he asked. "Yes, that's me," Alex said, standing up. "You must be Chris." The man sat down slowly. He did not smile. His serious face made Alex feel suddenly very worried. This was not the happy, easygoing Chris from the pictures. "I need to tell you something important," the man said, his voice low and quiet. "My name is not Chris." Alex froze. "What? What do you mean? Is this some kind of joke?" "No, it is not a joke. Everything I told you was true. I am a writer. I do love old movies. But the name Chris is made up. And the pictures were not of me. 2. The real person." Alex felt a cold wave of shock. Alex looked closely at the man. He was still attractive, but the easy feeling of hope was gone. "Who are you?" Alex asked, trying to keep the voice steady. "And whose pictures did you use?" The man leaned forward, looking around the coffee shop nervously. "The person in the pictures is named Ben. Ben Carter. He is a local journalist," the man whispered. "And those photos are 2 years old." "Why would you do that?" Alex asked, feeling a surge of anger. "Why deceive me?" "I had to," the man insisted. "I had to find someone I could trust. If I used my real face, they would find me." "Who is they?" Alex asked. The man sighed, running a hand through his dark hair. "My real name is Ethan. And I am not a journalist, but I am close to the story Ben was working on. It's about a big secret here in the city, a dangerous group of people who are doing bad things. They found out Ben was writing about them." Ethan paused, his eyes wide with worry. 2 weeks ago, Ben disappeared. He is missing." Alex felt a sudden, sharp fear. This was not a simple dating lie. This was something serious. "Wait," Alex said. "You're telling me you used the photos of a missing man to talk to me?" "Why?" "Because Ben knew I was in danger too," Ethan explained quickly. "Before he vanished, he set up the profile. He told me to use his face to find someone outside of his life, someone who would not be connected to the group looking for him. He told me that when the person agreed to meet, I had to tell them the truth right away. I had to make up a name, but I had to tell you the facts about myself." "So you used his face as a bait?" Alex asked, the word sounding harsh. "I used it to get your attention, yes," Ethan admitted, looking down at the table. "I needed a face that was known, but not known to them. Ben's face was perfect. He looked kind, and I had very little time. Alex looked from the man, Ethan, to the coffee shop window, then back. Ethan was shaking slightly. He looked truly scared. "I am in real danger, Alex," Ethan pleaded. "They think Ben told me where he put his final notes. They think I know the whole story. I need your help to stay hidden." 3. The growing doubt. Alex left the coffee shop feeling completely confused and scared. Was Ethan telling the truth? Could a man who started their relationship with such a big lie really be trusted? Alex went home and sat in silence. The whole story sounded like something from an old movie, too dramatic, too perfect. But there was the other side. Ethan's fear looked real. His eyes looked like a hunted animal. Alex opened the dating app again and found Ben Carter's original pictures. Then Alex did a quick search online. Ben Carter, local journalist. The results were shocking. There were many articles written by Ben, but the most recent one was from a week ago, and it was written by another person. The title was "Local Journalist Ben Carter Missing." The article included a clear picture of Ben. It was the same man from the dating profile photos. Alex felt sick. Ethan had not made up that part. Ben Carter was really gone. Alex then searched for Ethan. Nothing came up. No social media, no news articles. Now the doubt grew stronger. Why did Ben trust Ethan so much? And why did Ethan choose Alex? The next day, Alex received a message from Ethan. "I understand if you want to stop talking, but I am staying in a small, secret room above an old bookstore on Elm Street. Please, if you can, bring a newspaper from today. I need to see if they are printing anything about me or Ben." If Ethan was innocent, he needed help. If Ethan was lying, if he was the one involved in Ben's disappearance, then Alex was walking into a trap. Alex decided to go. Not to help, but to find out the truth. Alex bought a newspaper, folded it tightly, and drove to Elm Street. 4. The hidden room. The bookstore was old and smelled like dust and paper. It looked closed, but a small light was on in the back. Alex knocked lightly on the back door. The door opened just a crack. Ethan was there. He looked tired. "Thank you for coming," he whispered. He pulled Alex inside quickly and locked the door with 2 heavy bolts. Ethan led Alex up a narrow, steep staircase to a small, hidden room. The room had only a cot, a small desk, and a tiny window covered with a thick blanket. "I can't use lights much," Ethan explained, "and I can't leave." "I've been here for days." Alex gave him the newspaper. Ethan grabbed it and quickly flipped through the pages. His eyes scanned the text with a frightening speed. "Nothing about Ben," he murmured. "That's not good. It means they are keeping his disappearance quiet." Alex watched him. "Ethan, tell me the full truth. Everything. Were you friends with Ben?" Ethan sat on the cot. "We were more than friends. We were working together. Ben found documents that proved this group was taking money from the city and giving it to bad people. I helped him organize the information, and when they came for him, they came at night. I was in his office. I heard the noise. He told me to run and to use the profile he had prepared. He said, 'Find someone safe and tell them the truth so the story doesn't die with us.' How do I know this is not a lie?" "Why should I believe you?" Alex asked directly. Ethan went to the desk and pulled out a small, secret wooden box. He opened it carefully. Inside, there was a flash drive and a single, folded piece of paper. "I think Ben left this for me," Ethan said. "I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting for someone to help me, someone who is not being watched. Now, you're here." The paper was thick and old. On it in Ben's handwriting were 2 short sentences. "The key is the alibi. Ask her about the night of the rain." "What does that mean?" Alex asked, trying to understand the cryptic note. Ethan frowned. "I don't know." "Who is her?" Suddenly, they heard a loud noise from downstairs, a heavy bang like a door being kicked in. "Oh no," Ethan whispered, his face turning white with fear. "They found me." 5. The real alibi. Ethan scrambled off the cot. "We have to go. There is an escape hatch above the closet." He pulled Alex toward a small wooden door high up on the wall. They heard footsteps pounding up the steep stairs. "They know this room," Ethan cried. "They must have tortured Ben until he told them." Alex's heart was pounding. This was not an act. The danger was real. As Ethan struggled to open the hatch, Alex looked around the room. On the desk, near the little wooden box, was a small, hidden picture. It was a photo of Ben and a woman, smiling happily on a beach. Alex recognized the woman. It was a local politician, a woman often on the news, named Miss Ramirez. "Wait," Alex whispered loudly to Ethan. "The note. The key is the alibi. Ask her about the night of the rain." "Ms. Ramirez is her." The footsteps stopped right outside the locked door. Silence. The suspense was terrible. "The night of the rain was last Tuesday," Alex continued, keeping the voice low. "The night Ben vanished. Ms. Ramirez claimed she was at a party as her alibi. Ben was writing about her. Maybe she was the one helping the group." Ethan's eyes widened with a mix of shock and understanding. She claimed she was at a party. She had a perfect alibi. But maybe it was a lie. She could have been the one who took Ben. A loud crash shook the small room as the men outside slammed their weight against the locked door. The wood was beginning to splinter. "We don't have time." Ethan pulled the escape hatch open. "Go." "I will follow you." "No," Alex said, pointing at the flash drive. "They want that information. I'll take it. You go first. You can tell me the rest later." Ethan looked hesitant, but fear won. He climbed quickly through the hatch and disappeared. Alex grabbed the flash drive and the tiny wooden box, tucking them deep inside a coat pocket. Just as Alex turned to climb, the door burst open with a deafening noise. 2 large men stood there, dressed in dark clothes. They looked strong and angry. "Where is he?" one of the men growled, looking around the small room. Alex stood completely still, trying to control the shaking. Alex pointed to the escape hatch. He went up there. He took something with him. The men looked at the opening. They knew Ethan could not be far. The first man turned back to Alex. "Who are you? You are involved in this, aren't you?" "No," Alex said, keeping the voice steady. "I just met him. He used a fake profile. He deceived me. He used Ben Carter's face. I only came here because I was curious about his strange act." The men exchanged a quick look. They looked like they believed the shock in Alex's face. It was the truth, but it also sounded like a good lie. A perfect alibi for Alex. "Stay here," the first man commanded. "Do not move." They quickly climbed through the hatch after Ethan. 6. The final escape. Alex waited until the sound of their climbing footsteps faded completely. Then, Alex quickly climbed out of the hatch. It led onto the dusty rooftop of the bookstore. Ethan was not there. He had jumped across the narrow gap to the next building. Alex hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath and followed. The wind was cold. It was a short but scary jump. Alex landed roughly on the next roof. Ethan was waiting, hiding behind a large air conditioning unit. "Alex, you made it," Ethan whispered. "They are checking the fire escape on the other side. We need to go down this way." They found a ladder leading into a dark alleyway. They climbed down quickly and ran out into the busy city street, disappearing into the crowd of people. Safe for now. Alex pulled out the flash drive. "We need to look at this, Ethan. We need to find out what Miss Ramirez did on the night of the rain." Ethan nodded, his face still pale, but now focused. "We have to finish Ben's story, Alex. We have to tell the truth. You saved my life. Thank you." Alex looked at the small, hidden flash drive. The danger was not over, but the deception was finally clear. The man Alex met was not the one in the picture, but he was real. And together, they had the truth, the one thing the dangerous group wanted to keep secret. They had a long way to go, but the first step was taken. They were no longer running. They were fighting,